Hi folks, Caroline here, and just kind of wanted to give you a bit of an update and just share with you a little bit of the kind of roller coaster I've been on the last few weeks. So in my last video I talked about burnout, and a couple of weeks I reached a point of burning myself out, of working too hard, trying to juggle a job in my local shop that I took on at the beginning of lockdown, plus my online business. And I overdid it. I thought that I could continue moving my business forward at the same rate I was before and do the shop job as well. But it turned out that the shop job had much more of an impact on me physically, emotionally, and mentally than I anticipated. And it detracted an awful lot from not just my progress with my business, but it knocked me for six in the end, and I couldn't work out why. I battled with it for a while. I kept trying to work out what I was doing wrong, refusing to accept that this wasn't working and thinking there must be another way around it. And then I stopped and thought, but hang on, why am I doing this? Why am I doing the job? It's not what I want to be doing. And bear in mind, I've been on this journey now to start my own business for over 18 months. And I vowed to myself so many times that I would not buckle and get a job again. I would not work for somebody else. I would not trade my time for money. I would not do all the things that I am desperately trying to get away from, because it's going backwards. And yet I did it. Various reasons. Watch my previous videos to find out why. Anyway, so I handed my notice in and I quit my job. And that act of surrender had a really interesting effect, because as soon as I let go of it, I gave 2 weeks notice, so I still had a few more shifts, but as soon as I let go of that commitment, tying myself to the job, I felt a weight lift off. And it was a kind of an act of surrender, I suppose. And as a result, all of a sudden, a load of other opportunities landed in my lap. Opportunities to earn an income. So I did a photo shoot for my neighbour and her sons, and that's going to earn me some money, and I really enjoyed it, and it was dead easy. It's just I know how to do it. That's what I do. And then my neighbour, he wanted a website building for his new gardening business that he started up during lockdown, and I've been kind of like pushing it away for a little while, and I thought, blow it, why not do it? I can do it. It'll help him out. We agreed a price, and I built it for him. So I suddenly had those 2 extra jobs, and then I had an interview I applied for another job online, another website building job, and I got contacted about another digital marketing related job, and all of a sudden these things came at me from absolutely nowhere. And so that was a lesson in the art of surrender, in the fact of when you let go of the things that you don't want or that aren't serving you, the universe will present other opportunities to you, which was all well and good. But then I found myself in a situation, so I'd handed my notice in, I was working my notice at the shop job. Another thing I've been doing throughout lockdown is volunteering at the local pub on a Sunday to deliver meals to local elderly, vulnerable, self-isolating people. And that's been my community service job. It's something I'm not paid for. I didn't want to be paid for. Really enjoyed doing it. I love working with the people at the pub, and I really felt like I was doing something good for my community. And so that's kind of come to an end now, because the pubs have reopened. The government have allowed pubs to reopen thanks to relax the lockdown rules. And so I got myself into a situation where I got invited to help the pub as they reopened. And I've got a lot invested in this pub. They're like second family to me. They've really looked after me and my family since my best friend died. And so I kind of felt like I wanted to help, but the problem is I got myself in too deep. And they offered me a job, and they put me on a spot, and I was flattered, and I said yes. And then as soon as I said it, I was like, Caroline, what are you doing? You don't want another job. That's the whole point of you handing in your notice at this previous job, is because this isn't what you want. And so I've had to have a very long, hard conversation with myself, and I've had long conversations with a couple of other friends in the SFM who've helped me to see, and also friends outside the SFM who couldn't understand why I'd taken this job. And so I've just had a phone call to basically say thank you very much for the offer, but I'm going to decline, you know, and I'm not going to be a member of your staff, because I want a job that is, I work my own hours, I choose when I work, I choose where I work, I want to be location independent, and if I tie myself down to shifts at the pub, I'm no better off than I was at the shop. And so I'm proud of myself for setting boundaries, and for it's taken me a day and a half to pluck up the courage to make that phone call, and really convince myself, because the people pleaser part of me that doesn't want to let people down, doesn't want to, you know, feel embarrassed for kind of like having said yes and now saying no, and I don't like doing that, and, you know, wanting to people please and feeling flattered and thinking, well, the money might be useful. But I've had to have a real conversation with myself to say, no, Caroline, this isn't what you want to be doing, is it, really? And I've also realised with these long conversations with friends that I've lost momentum, I've lost my way a bit with my online business, which is where my heart's at, and that through the conversation I had with a friend last night, I realised that that is just what I want to do. And I was struggling with it, I was struggling to make progress, but that's part of the journey, but instead of pushing through the lessons I needed to learn to make the forward steps, I started reaching out to all sorts of other things. So it's like you come up against a wall, or you, instead of like pushing through that wall or going over that wall, I was kind of saying, okay, well, maybe if I go this way, or maybe if I go that way. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm refocusing back on my online business. I don't have any other jobs right now, apart from supporting this website I built for my neighbour, which we still need to finish off. But I've gained some confidence in doing the photography job and in doing the website building job, that I have value in myself that is worth something to other people, worth, you know, money to other people, and that I will be okay. And so I'm kind of at a point now, again, of surrendering once more to the universe, because I still don't have an income. You know, my online business isn't providing me an income yet. I'm going to need to put more money in before I get money out. But I'm just going to go with it and see what happens, and know that the universe will provide in one way or another, and get back in alignment with my heart, with my life goals, my lifestyle goals, and my purpose in life, which is helping others, which is listening, you know, carefully listening with love for others to feel validated and alive in their own perfect beauty, so that they can live a life that is true to themselves, with the light shining on who they truly are. And that's a purpose that wasn't being fulfilled in the shop, and wouldn't be fulfilled in the pub, and wouldn't be fulfilled by building websites for people either, and is not being fulfilled by my photography either, but it is being fulfilled, or can be fulfilled, through my online business. So that's where I'm at, folks. Just so I'd kind of give you a little bit of an update. This is for me, this is recording this video for me as much as anything else, to document my journey, because it's been one hell of an interesting time these last few weeks, last few months since lockdown, for myself to just manage my own energy, manage my own physical state, as well as my mental and emotional state. Yeah, so there we go, folks. That's it from me for now. Something a bit more succinct and valuable next time, hopefully. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, as part of my documenting my story of my online business journey. All right, hope you're all well. I hope you're all staying safe. Lots of love to you all. Virtual hugs. Any comments, feedback, suggestions, drop them down below. I look forward to hearing from you. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. All right, take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.